Pictures of violence. These were not pictures that were being circulated by the media, who tended to blow things out of proportion anyway, but those that were being sent to us in real time by our own friends who were there. It all happened in a blur. The students who had been peacefully protesting to condemn the campus violence involving the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad ABVP were roughed up. There were long messages telling us what had happened and asking if any of us could shelter the injured girls. But as is the case with most college hostels, no one could enter ours after a certain hour. I was told that students were lathi-charged at the protest and shoved into police vans. Then they were taken to a metro station and left there. A series of emotions ran through me. I felt anger, closely followed by helplessness. What could I have done, sitting in my hostel with a curfew of 8:30 p.m.? How could I help when I could not even go out? I kept wondering. This wasn't just breaking news on TV. These were injustices happening to my own friends. It is so easy to dismiss the bad in the world when it is playing on your TV screen like a movie. You start to think it's all fiction, but it never is. It is happening somewhere in the world, to real people, and this time it was happening to the people I knew, people I saw in my college every day, laughing and smiling. How does one resist? I took a piece of paper, one side of which, in fact, had notes from the previous semester, and two different colored pens, red and black. My friend wrote down the message we had just sat together and framed. I stood with my back to the white wooden door, holding up the sheet as my friend clicked a picture. It was uploaded with a caption on my Facebook profile page. This is what the placard said. I am a student from Delhi University. I am not afraid of ABVP. I am not alone. Every student of India is with me. Hashtag Students Against ABVP. So what really happened at Ramjas? The truth is, after the picture was uploaded, no one cared to find out. All of a sudden, I became the focus of a conversation I had not even started. No one could have predicted the events that followed. I became colored by the narratives people imposed on me. I was the girl with the placard, but I was also the anti-national, the martyr's daughter, the student activist. It was an easier conversation to have than the one that was actually at hand. It was comfortable to overlook the tamasha of rape, death threats and nationalism and focus on a college girl and her Facebook profile pictures instead. They, the people who had suddenly become furious with me, didn't care about what the placard said. They cared about who held it. Students from one of the top colleges in India were pelted with stones, hurt, manhandled. Women were groped, teased and sent anonymous threats. But I understand why the nation wasn't having this conversation. It was too difficult. We would rather shut our eyes than be witness to this violence. It helps us sleep in peace. I am not someone who always speaks up about everything. I am guilty of it too, and I sleep in peace. Even as I write this, there is so much going on in the world that I haven't spoken about. It seems futile sometimes, just talking, just saying something. But that day, after hearing about my friends being manhandled, silence didn't seem like an option. I could not have walked into my college and looked my friends in the eye. I knew I wouldn't be able to. I had lucked out when I said no to them that afternoon. I had escaped the violence, and now guilt was creeping up on me. What happened at Ramjas College? My friend who was present there told me her story.